Pro boxing fans here with Jermaine Franklin. Firstly, welcome to the UK. You're here for your big fight against Dillian Whyte in a few weeks. Just talk to me about how you're doing and how the UK is treating you so far.
I'm doing good. UK is treating me great, honestly. I'm loving it out here so far. I'm grateful for the opportunity, grateful for the experience, So yeah, I'm just here training, trying to get in shape, get used to the environment, and possibly do some sightseeing while I'm here too, yeah.
So is that the plan? You're going to stay out here now until November the 26th?
Yeah, I'm going to stay out here till the fight.
Okay, obviously need to talk about, I'll be reading into your build up to this fight and how you've come a long way. You know, you've gone to a point where you've filed for bankruptcy. You know, it's been a tough road, but you're finally here against a very, very valid, huge opponent. Just talk to me about your journey to this point.
Well, it's been a hard journey. I don't think no journey is easy. I came up on a hard point where I had owed a lot of people money. I had to feed my family, so I had to take a break. I had to file bankruptcy to get my affairs in order. Had a manager that wasn't looking out for me the best of my career, really doing me down bad, not getting me fights. It was all type of stuff, just a whole shit show. So now that I'm getting my career back on track, I'm trying to come full power.
Talk to me about Dillian Whyte. How much have you seen of him? And just talk to me about what you thought he was before you faced him in regards to how much of a threat you thought he was in the heavyweight division before you actually facing him on November 26th.
I watch a lot of everybody. So I've probably seen a lot of Dillian Whyte before we ever even got this opportunity for the fight. But honestly, I feel like people are human just like I am. I don't look at nobody as too much of a threat. You got to show me how much of a threat you are.
There's already talks about Anthony Joshua fighting Dillian Whyte at some point next year. How much do you want to stop that talk and make sure you're the man?
I'm going to stop it. I don't think they're going to be talking about that after the 26th. They're going to be talking about possibly me and AJ after the 26th. Dillian's name is not going to be up there no more.
There is a good amount, high quality amount of heavyweights when you look at the top boys. You look at Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua. You've got Deontay Wilder who's come back, who I want to talk to you about later on. But how much do you want to be your name amongst them big boys?
I want to be up there. I feel like I'm going to be up there, and I potentially want to fight all those fighters. I love to fight the top guys. I don't want to, boxing gets in a state sometimes where we get world champions, they spread the belts apart and nobody fights each other. So I don't want to be that type of guy. I want to fight all the top guys. I want to keep the belts, unify them, and possibly defend them against the best boxers in the world.
There's always a point in a fighter's career where he's got to face one of the top boys, and you either make it or break it at that point. And we've seen a lot of fighters come through that. I'm talking about the Ricky Hadsons when he fought Costa Zoo, and certain fighters have that one fight. Is this your one fight for you to break into that top echelon of the division?
Yes, I feel like it is. We've been waiting on this opportunity for a long time, so it's finally here, and I got to take full advantage of it.
Do you want to talk about other things in the heavyweight division? I want to talk about Tyson Fury, the main man, and Oleksandr Usyk, both guys holding the belts. It looks like that fight can happen at some point next year. There is talks between both parties. Jermaine, talk to me about that fight. If that fight was to come into play, how do you see that fight playing out?
That's actually a tough one because both guys are great boxers, but I think Tyson might win just on the aspect of power, and Usyk have the ability to win just on the aspect of foot movement because he can move around the ring and he can punch nice. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's a 50-50. I give it like a 70-30, 60-40 for Tyson. But I honestly think it'll be a great fight. I wish it could happen sooner than later.
I do want to talk about Deontay Wilder, one of your own. Came back the weekend against Robert Helenius, a man. He showed he's still got that power. Just talk to me about what Deontay can add, or what we know that he can add to this division, and especially with this fight, talks with Andy Ruiz.
I mean, I just feel like Deontay doesn't get respect in the aspect he has raw heart and raw power. And a lot of people you can't give heart. It's something you have to have. And no matter how his ups or downs or trials and tribulations, he's come back and he goes strong every time. And I think he did an excellent job against Helenius. It was a punch we probably barely seen. Like he hit him so fast and so strong, he was out. So, I think him and Ruiz would be a good fight. They kind of both power punchers. But I just say be careful because Ruiz has been a little more calculated in his last couple fights. So, he's going to come out there, he's trying to pick people apart a little bit. He's not as just wild as he used to be. So he has more of a strategy to his power now. And we all know Wilder kind of likes the big punch. He want to sense the big punch up. So all I say is if he wants a chance to win that, he's gonna have to learn how to box. He's gonna have to box him. He's not gonna be able to try to brawl Andy. That's not gonna happen.
But we saw against Luis Ortiz for 8 rounds. Luis Ortiz is throwing that jab out and moving, and Deontay Wilder, we seemed at that point that he wasn't going to get close, and you can never say never with Deontay. Next thing you know, he lets his hand go and it connects and it's game over. So you may never know with Deontay Wilder what to expect.
But Ruiz put in that Joshua shot, and I can hurt you while I'm hurt. He didn't even have no legs, and he knocked Joshua down with no legs. He was wobbling. So, that's a guy super dangerous if he can still fight while he's hurt. He was still up there throwing blows while he was hurt. He was still hurt himself.
Do you want to quickly ask you about 2 more questions? We've been hearing about Errol Spence Jr. and Crawford fighting. Boxing's been a bad place for us in 2022. It seems we never got to see the anti-Joshua fight with Tyson Fury. We never got to see Spence fight Crawford. These big fights are not happening. What do you make of the state of boxing right now in regards to these big fights not going through?
Well, a lot of people got to know sometimes it's out of control of the boxers. It's a lot of shit it's a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes of boxing that a lot of people don't get to understand or don't know about. So, sometimes it's out of the hand of the boxers. But I really do want to see Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. That's probably the biggest fight. That'll probably be fight of the decade. I really need to see I hope they sign the contract.
You know what though? If they were to get into the ring in 2023, what happens in that fight?
Honestly, I don't know. I probably got Terrence winning, but honestly, I don't know. Earl's a bad man too, but Terrence is just so unpredictable. It's hard you don't know what you're gonna get that day. It's a hard guy to beat if you don't know what type of style he brings. He might switch left-handed. Even when he gets hurt, he still comes back like a whole new person. So that guy's unpredictable. But Earl is a body snatcher, so if he takes that body away early and just beat on it for the whole fight, who knows?
Final one for myself. Ryan Garcia took to social media talking about his fight with Tank not getting made. We've just talked about fights not getting made. We hope that one gets made. It seems to be close, but not close enough from what Ryan Garcia is saying. But if they were to get into the ring together, what happens in that fight?
I like Ryan, honestly, but I got Tank. I got Tank winning that fight. Tank is a power puncher, and I think Ryan got this, I don't want to say over cockiness, but he got this little bit of confidence. I don't think he's been hit for real yet. Tank is a power puncher, so I think all of us as boxers kind of have this super cocky confidence, and then when you get punched by somebody that can punch, it changes it a little bit. So I don't know, honestly. I don't. That's a great fight. We need that fight too. But I don't know. I think Tank wins that fight. If he comes in there prepared and fights the right way. I'm not taking nothing from Ryan because Ryan's a hell of a fighter, but that's just my personal opinion.
Jermaine, it's a pleasure talking to yourself for the first time. No doubt we'll speak to you closer to your fight week. And good luck with the training camp leading up to your fight. Thank you very much.